Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal with NVIDIA weekly analysis and assessment. I made two predictions in the last weekly video. I said NVIDIA should not go below 127 level and also NVIDIA should touch 145 before the end of the week. One of my predictions came true. Nvidia did not go below 127 as I predicted, but Nvidia also did not touch 145, unlike my prediction. In this video, we'll further discuss Nvidia price movement and also we'll try to make an assessment for this week. Now, let's get started. Friday, Nvidia had a very good day. You see that Nvidia went up about 3.1%. And sometime on Friday, Nvidia was up about 138.5. So I was thinking maybe Nvidia should touch 145 by the end of Friday, but it did not happen. Last 5 days, Nvidia is still up about 6.09%, and that's a good sign. And also year to date, you see that Nvidia is down about 0.43%, and last 1 year, Nvidia is still up about 131.48%. It's still a good return in just 1 year. Now let's take a look a weekly candlestick chart for Nvidia. You see a weekly candlestick chart for Nvidia on your screen for last 1 year. The last week we had a green candlestick and that shows positive closing and that's a good sign. And before that we had the red candlestick and that's a negative closing. But last 7 to 8 weeks you see that no clarity of direction, sometimes red and sometimes green. So this kind of volatility is not good for Nvidia and other stakeholders. But before that you see a clear upward movement, lots of green candlestick, and before that, sometime in July through September, we again saw volatility or no clarity of direction. May and June was a very good time for Nvidia, clear positive upward movement, and also in February and March. So we are waiting for this kind of positive, clear upward movement for Nvidia for last 2 3 months. And hopefully, after Trump takes the office in next few weeks, we might see those upward behavior can come back. But at the same time, this week, Nvidia could be volatile as well because we know that inauguration ceremony is due this week, and also Trump would announce new policies, and also he would sign new executive orders. So those kind of things could impact the market somewhat next week or this week. So we'll see what happens. We'll make further assessment when I would be showing you the technical charts. Now let's take a look at forward P for Nvidia. Nvidia forward P at this point is 39.80 as of Friday. 1 week prior it was 39.28. But if you take a look last 6 weeks of average, the forward P is about 39.70, so not a major change from the last 6 weeks average. Palantir 211.09, slightly higher than the 1 week prior. If you take a look 6 weeks of average, it's about 222.85. So Palantir went down compared with the 6 weeks of average. SMCI, you see, last 6 weeks of average is 10.32. Last week it came 9.70, so slightly below than last 6 weeks of average. AMD 27.42 last week, and if you take a look, average of last 6 weeks is about 27.62. So not a major change from the last 6 weeks of average. Now let's take a look quarterly percentage change analysis for Nvidia. So based on the cumulative percentage change, Nvidia is down about 4.4% from the previous earnings report. And 1 quarter prior, as I showed you before as well, the maximum NVIDIA touch was 25.7 and minimum 12.8. So still, NVIDIA is ranging between those two numbers, 25.7 positive and 12.8 negative. Okay, so at this point, it's 4.47 negative. Okay, so NVIDIA has lots of room to go further up before the next earnings. Now, let's take a look technical charts for Nvidia. You see 180-day hourly interval chart for Nvidia on your screen and also the Fibonacci levels. I selected the maximum point as 153.74, that was all-time high, and the minimum point as 100.8 because Nvidia did not go below 100.8 before September. Okay, so I think that's a pretty reasonable minimum point for Fibonacci levels. So based on the Fibonacci, the 23% retracement is at 142.41 from the top, and 38% retracement from the top is at 133.52, and 50% retracement from the top is 127.27. So based on the Fibonacci levels for this week, I also think that Nvidia should not go below 127 level, and also on the upper side my price target is still 145. So I think that Nvidia should be ranging between 145 and 127 this week as well. But there is some chance that Nvidia also could go above 145 level as well, unless Trump does not say or sign an executive order that goes negative for overall AI chip sector. Okay. And based on the MACD chart, we see that still positive momentum is there for Nvidia. The MACD line is still above the zero level. Okay. So that tells that still positive momentum is there. I hope this positive momentum could carry early this week as well, depending on how things go after Trump takes the office this week. Now, let's take a look at some other news and analysis regarding Nvidia. You see some news and analysis regarding Nvidia from other sources. So let's scroll down a little bit to see more news regarding Nvidia. So Nvidia stock rises on Friday before the Trump inauguration. That's good. So here is one good one regarding Nvidia that says Nvidia to rally around 31%. Let's open it. So there are a couple of price target for other companies as well. That's Morgan Stanley, Bank of America. If I scroll down further, so out of those 10 sector, you see one price target for Nvidia, and that is from Barclays, and they raised the price target from 160 to 175. So this news is about overall US stocks, and that says US stocks likely to open higher ahead of Trump's inauguration. So let's see if that happens or not. I also agree with this opinion. So apart from those two or three news regarding Nvidia, so nothing much I see in last few days. So pretty quiet. So lots of focus in this week is on Trump inauguration and the new announcement he gonna make after taking the office this week. If you take a look at my watch list, kind of mixed. Some are positive, some are negative, but most of the AI stocks are positive on Friday. So regarding my position, I did not make any transaction last week. So my one position is at 137.10 that I bought probably 2 weeks ago, and the other position I have around 148. So my break even is about 142.5. So for this week, even if Nvidia shows some volatility or go down, it should eventually come back. So my suggestion is do not make any transaction based on the volatility or decline this week. Okay. So I mean, do not make any transaction using the short-term view on Nvidia. So that's all about my analysis and assessment for this week. I hope you like the video. I'll make another video after Trump's inauguration ceremony. Okay, we'll see how market behaves after that, and probably I can revise or maybe update my assessment for this week based on how the market is behaving after that event. Thank you so much for watching this video. Talk to you more in the next video. Take care.